Season 3 of Degrassi Next Class might be over, but there's still a lot of new Degrassi headed our way over the next year and a half. This is going to be a refresher on what's happening with Seasons 4, 5, and 6. Hey, I'm Kerry from DegrassiBlog.com, and welcome to Degrassi Corner, and we are in one of my most dreaded times of the year. Degrassi hiatus mode. Season 3 was great, but now we have several months that we have to wait until that new season of Degrassi. And we have 3 seasons of Degrassi headed our way. Seasons 4, 5, and 6. And there's a lot of information that you may or may not have heard about already, so this video is just basically a recap of a lot of the major information for all 3 of those seasons.
Okay, everyone, into the major question that everyone has. When is Degrassi Next Class Season 4 going to be aired? Now, there is no 100% confirmed release date at this time. However, we are expecting Degrassi to release Season 4 this summer at some point in July. And just keep this in mind, Netflix, Family Channel, they are releasing Degrassi on what looks to be a 6-month schedule, so we're receiving new episodes every January and every July. The big thing that will be happening in Season 4 of Degrassi Next Class, the seniors will be graduating at the end of the season. Now, this is 1,000,000% confirmed. It's been confirmed by executive producer Steven Stone as well as director Stefan Brogren. And you might have seen this picture already. However, Steven Stone, he posted this on his Instagram over the summer. He and Linda invited a bunch of the people who are leaving the show over for a celebratory dinner. Now, there are a couple of people who are missing from this thing, and we don't know what's up with that. However, a lot of people are going to be leaving the show at the end of Season 4. If you haven't listened to the Damn It Degrassi podcast in which they interviewed Stefan Brogren, I highly suggest you do so. I'll leave a link in the description below to where you can listen to that. And Stefan, in this interview, he goes into some detail about a lot of the behind-the-scenes decisions that they make when it comes to the show, especially when it comes to characters and how they give them storylines. But also in the interview, he gives a little bit of information about Season 4. He said that characters will have individual storylines in this upcoming season. Now, Season 3, basically everything revolved around the bus crash in some way, shape, or form. However, with that out of the way, they can now get back to having characters deal with their sort of individual problems. Something interesting Stefan said in the interview, he said, quote, "There's some thematic stuff as we like to do, but there's definitely some stuff that's kind of joyous." Once again, comparing to Season 3, that season was very dark, especially at the back end of the season. So we're going to see sort of a tonal shift in Season 4. These are actually still shots from Mertz Jaffer's video in which he interviewed Sarah Wasteglass and Anna Goya, and I will leave a link in the description below to where you can watch that interview. Just so we're clear, the only way that Degrassi is getting canceled at this point in time is if their parent company, DHX Media, comes down and says, you know what, we're done with you guys. And they turn off the lights, the power, and they take all of their equipment away. The creators have zero interest in stopping the show unless they're forced to. And with that said, let's take a look at some of the info that we know about these seasons that aren't even going to be airing anytime soon. Seasons 5 and 6 of Degrassi Next Class, we are expecting them both to be released in 2018. Now remember the 6-month rule. So Season 5, we expect that in January of 2018. And then Season 6, we expect that to be released in July of 2018. With so many characters leaving the show at the end of Season 4, that means we're going to have some major cast turnover going into Seasons 5 and 6. At the end of 2016, we saw that audition information that they had released, and it was more generic than usual. Usually, we get, like 3 or 4 characters that they're looking for, like a specific name, a specific age, a specific personality type, and sometimes a very specific look. But with the auditions for Seasons 5 and 6, we saw that they were just basically looking for actors within a specific age range, that 13 to 14 range. These new characters will be the younger class, and then the characters left behind after the graduation at the end of Season 4, the Frankies, the Lola, Shay, Hunter, all those people, those will be the older characters now. Going back to that Damn It Degrassi podcast with Stefan Brogren, once again, highly recommend that you listen to it. Stefan talks about the fact that sometimes they don't create specific character types. Sometimes they will build a character around the actor. An example that he used was Darcy Edwards. She was only supposed to appear randomly. She only had a couple of lines. However, Degrassi saw how she did. They liked what they saw, so they then wrote her into the show. So what we're expecting with seasons 5 and 6, so whoever these actors are that they decide they're going to bring onto the show, they're going to write stories around them. And then filming for seasons 5 and 6, they film 2 seasons at a time. Actually, they film 20 episodes at once, and then the broadcasters have decided that they want to break these up into 2, quote, seasons, quotey fingers. But anyway, seasons 5 and 6 will be filming this summer. And finally, just taking a look at what Degrassi is up to right now. At the end of January, Stefan Brogren posted on Instagram that they were currently holding on-set auditions for seasons 5 and 6. And he even gave us a sneak peek of what it's like to audition for the people at Degrassi. Check it out.
Hi, my name is Stefan Brogren. I am 6'4" and 44 years old, and I'll be reading for the role of Mr. Simpson. I'm sorry, Frankie. I know that you've had a rough year, but you're expelled. Don't ever come back. Ever.
And that's going to do it for this episode of Degrassi Corner. Thank you so much for watching. So basically, Season 4 is headed our way this summer in July, and characters are going to be graduating at the end of Season 4, unfortunately. I will probably be crying my eyes out during that finale. And while all that's happening, Degrassi's quietly working on Seasons 5 and 6. They'll be filming those 2 seasons this summer, and then Seasons 5 and 6 will air in 2018. Thoughts, questions, comments, leave them all in the comments section below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, because I will be keeping you up to date with all of the info on Seasons 4, 5, and 6 of Degrassi Next Class.